Most people think Tim Cook wakes up at 5 a.m. to check his emails or review stock prices. They're dead wrong. What the Apple CEO actually does during those sacred morning hours is something that changed his entire life. And it could change yours too. Stay tuned because we're about to reveal the counterintuitive ritual that transformed an ordinary engineer into the most influential CEO on the planet. Section 1. The truth about 5 a.m. Here's what you need to know. Tim Cook didn't start waking up at 5 a.m. because some guru told him it would make him successful. He discovered it out of necessity. When he became CEO of Apple, he was managing over 150,000 employees worldwide. The weight of that responsibility was crushing. He needed time to think, not time to hustle harder, but time to simply exist with his thoughts. This is the critical distinction that most 5 a.m. routine videos miss. It's not about productivity hacking. It's about mental clarity. Tim Cook realized that the early morning, before the world demands your attention, is when your brain operates at its absolute best. There are no emails, no calls, no interruptions. Just pure, unfiltered consciousness. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest distraction in the morning? Section 2. The ritual breakdown. Let's break down exactly what Tim Cook does during those early hours, and why each step matters more than you think. First, he wakes up at 4:30 a.m., not 5 a.m. He's even more disciplined. Cook doesn't use an alarm. He's trained his body to wake naturally. This is crucial because it means he's not shocking his nervous system. He's flowing with his body's natural rhythm. Jeff Bezos does something similar, and so does Oprah Winfrey. Why? Because when you respect your body's rhythm, your mind operates with laser-sharp focus. Second, cold water exposure. Before anything else, before coffee, before his phone, Tim Cook takes an ice-cold shower or cold plunge. This isn't about toughness. This is neuroscience. Cold exposure triggers your parasympathetic nervous system, increases dopamine by up to 250% for hours, and sharpens mental clarity. It's like rebooting your entire system before the day even starts. Billionaire James Altucher swears by this. Wim Hof built an entire methodology around it. Third, no phone for 60 minutes. This is where most people fail. Tim Cook keeps his phone completely out of reach for the first hour, not silenced, not in another room, completely inaccessible. Why? Because the moment you check your phone, you're hijacked by other people's priorities. Your brain's prefrontal cortex is flooded with cortisol, and your intentions for the morning dissolve instantly. Fourth, movement and breathing. He does light exercise, usually a 30-minute gym session or walk, combined with intentional breathing. He's not pushing hard, he's flowing. Combined with the cold exposure, this creates an optimal neurochemical state. His cortisol is elevated at the right time, his dopamine is high, and his nervous system is balanced. This is the state where breakthroughs happen. Comment cold shower if you're brave enough to try this tomorrow. Section 3, the secret ingredient. But here's the secret that separates Tim Cook from every other CEO claiming to have a 5 a.m. routine. After the cold shower and movement, he spends 20 to 30 minutes in complete silence. Not meditation in the traditional sense, just silence. Some days he's in his home gym, some days he's looking at the ocean, some days he's sitting in his home office with nothing but his thoughts. During this time, something remarkable happens. His default mode network activates. This is the part of your brain responsible for creativity, problem solving, and self-awareness. Most people never activate this because they're constantly stimulated. But Tim Cook uses this morning window to let his mind wander, to make connections, to process challenges from a higher level. Think about it. Steve Jobs used to take long walks for this exact reason. Naval Ravikant built his philosophy around unstructured thinking time. Ray Dalio, the billionaire investor, starts his day with meditation for the same purpose. They all discovered the same truth. Clarity precedes success. For Tim Cook specifically, this morning ritual became the foundation for his most important decisions at Apple. The decision to focus on privacy, born from this morning clarity, the pivot towards services revenue, conceived during these quiet hours, the vision for Apple's environmental initiatives, all came from a mind that had the space to think deeply. This is the real power of the 5 a.m. routine. It's not about grinding. It's about giving your genius the space to emerge. What's one decision you'd make better with a clear mind? Tell us in the comments. Section 4. The Science and the Skeptics. Now, before you say this sounds too simple, let me address the skeptics. The science backs this up completely. Dr. Andrew Huberman, Stanford neuroscientist, has proven that morning sunlight exposure and cold exposure work synergistically to optimize your nervous system for the entire day. Your cortisol curve becomes ideal, your dopamine stays elevated, and your focus compounds throughout the day. Dr. Adrian Drell's research on executives shows that those who practice morning silence have 34% better decision-making outcomes. That's not motivation, that's measurable improvement. But here's the counterintuitive part. Most people approach the 5 a.m. routine wrong. They wake up early to do more. Tim Cook wakes up early to be more. That distinction is everything. He's not trying to cram more productivity in. He's trying to show up as his best self. This is why billionaires and world-class performers aren't waking up at 5 a.m. to respond to emails. That would defeat the entire purpose. They're waking up to protect their mental state so that everything they do afterward is coming from a place of clarity and intention. Drop a brain emoji if this changes how you think about mornings. Section 5. How to implement this. You don't have to be a billionaire to benefit from this. Here's how you start. Week 1. Just wake up 15 minutes earlier. Don't change anything else. Let your body adjust. Week 2. Add cold exposure. Start with cold water on your face. Build up to a full cold shower. Week 3. Eliminate your phone for just 30 minutes. Put it in another room. This alone will change everything. Week 4. Add intentional silence. No podcast, no audiobook, no music. Just you and your thoughts for 15 minutes. Once you have these fundamentals, you can customize it. Some people add journaling, some add movement, some add tea and reflection. The structure matters less than the consistency and the intention. The key is this. You're not doing this to be productive. You're doing this to be clear. Everything else follows from clarity. Which week will you start? Comment. Week 1, 2, 3, or 4 below. Section 6. The real transformation. Tim Cook didn't become the most powerful CEO in the world because he woke up earlier. He did it because he gave himself permission to think differently. While everyone else was reacting to their inbox, he was crafting strategy. While everyone else was stressed, he was clear. While everyone else was scattered, he was focused. This morning ritual became the cornerstone of his leadership, because a CEO is only as good as their decisions. And decisions flow from clarity. And clarity comes from space. And space comes from protecting your mornings. Steve Jobs used to say, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. But before you can say no effectively, you need clarity about what truly matters. That clarity comes in the quiet morning hours. Here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow morning, wake up just 15 minutes earlier. That's it, just 15 minutes. Take a cold shower if you're brave. Then spend those minutes in silence. No phone, no distractions, just you. Tomorrow night, I want you to notice something. How clear was your thinking? How much better were your decisions? How much calmer did you feel? If you notice a difference, and you will, let me know by dropping a comment below. Tell me what you discovered about yourself in those quiet morning hours. And if this video helped you understand the real secret behind Tim Cook's success, please hit the like button and subscribe to Meets Wisdom for more deep dives into the routines and mindsets of the world's most influential people. We're dedicated to helping you build a life of intentionality, clarity, and real success. The 5 a.m. routine isn't about waking up earlier. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself. And that changes everything.